In this video, I am describing the birth of computers in All India Radio and Doordarshan, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. In 1982, there was a rapid expansion plan of Doordarshan and staff at 180 new TV stations had to be posted. I was finalizing the places of posting for gazetted staff. One evening, at about 2000 hours, Shri P. Dhagat, Engineer-in-Chief, walked to my room, sat down and inquired what was I doing so late in the office. He also asked me what were the bundle of letters lying before me. I told him that I had written letters by hand individually to about 200 officers asking their choice of place of posting. The idea was to satisfy a majority of people on their posting, and at least we will have some motivated people who will get their place of posting, and of course some people will have to be forced to send for which there is no taker. He was surprised at my effort and jokingly told, "You know, there are computers in which you could just push a button and you can get all the information about personnel, their previous postings, their home place, their place of choice, optional posting and transfers, etc., etc." He went away, but the idea stuck to me. I started examining the feasibility for acquiring a few computers, especially for Personnel Management Information System, PMIS. In 1982, computers in India were rare. Wipro, DCM and USA used to sell PCXT with 8088 chip for about ₹5 lakhs. After examining their PCs, I wanted to procure a slightly more powerful computer for applications in All India Radio and Doordarshan. I found about 2 computers that were being used in Delhi at that time, one by Cabinet Secretariat, which used a US manufactured PDP-11 computer, and the other by Indian Institute of Public Administration, IIPA, which used a mini computer made by ESPL Mohali, Punjab, a public sector undertaking of Punjab government. The visit to these places were facilitated by Shri S.S. Verma, who was Director General at that time. My first preference, of course, was PDP-11, but I learned US was very reluctant in exporting computers to India, and export could take several years. So, I decided for mini computer from ESPL, a PSU which was faster. We procured the first computer and it was installed on 5th floor of Akashvani Bhavan with Personnel Management Information System and payroll to start with. The computer center was inaugurated by Shri V.N. Gadikil, Minister of I&B. I attribute the credit of giving idea for use of computers to Shri Dhagat, and I mention this in my interview published in Telematics India. Shri Dhagat, who had retired by that time, saw the article, and on his visit to Delhi, he met me and expressed his joy for this. One of the finest persons and a great human. I can never forget Shri Dhagat. The humility of Shri Dhagat can just be felt that a speaker in his farewell speech at Shri Dhagat's retirement mentioned that he was the son of a state minister of Madhya Pradesh, which nobody in the department ever knew. Shri Bhatikar took over as engineer-in-chief after Shri Dhagat's superannuation. He was equally keen in promoting IT and computer system in AIR. We procured 4 more mini computers and commissioned in the 4 zonal offices in Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai and Calcutta. I was not satisfied with the computing power. I wanted to get more powerful computer which could be used not only in the management information system but also for computer aided design. Those days, US and its allies had put restriction on procurement of mainframe computers, especially by India, with the fear that India could use it for defense purposes by using simulation of processes. National Informatics Center wanted to control all processing system in his center and allowed only computer terminals to be installed with government departments with processor at NIC. No government department could procure computers without approval of NIC. Maze of restrictions were put in place nationally and internationally. With lot of efforts and my personal persuasions and expressing the fact that All India Radio wanted to use computer for design purposes of studios and other technical establishments, for which the processing power was required within the All India Radio headquarters premises, and it was not possible to transfer the data using a terminal with the speed of DOT lines available at that time. NIC ultimately approved the setting of a full-fledged computer division with a mainframe computer and CAD terminals within the premises of All India Radio. We also approved the sanction of a computer division with necessary staff at various levels to be headed by a director, IT. All these new posts were created for the computer division. This was the first success in the effort. The second problem was where to get a mainframe computer. During 1985, Norwegian government agreed to supply mainframe computers to India through its company NAS Data Norway, which used its proprietary operating system known as Centram and proprietary database. They were supplying computer to serve the European project, Finnish and Swedish nuclear plants, etc. India jumped on the opportunity and procured 6 super mini computers, one for All India Radio, one for Delhi Electric Supply Undertaking, and 4 to be used for defense purposes. The super mini computer with CAN set we procured the super mini computer with CAD center and 4 mini computers for zonal offices with certain PCs for area centers, and install them in various places in the All India Radio network. We earnestly started implementing automation in several processes in 1980s and late 1980s. We operated 14 databases and automated certain processes that received several awards and acclaims. We shall discuss a few processes in other series and in other episodes. Dr. H. Srivastava was the director and pivotal in establishing the computer in All India Radio, Doordarshan, and several other departments of ministry. He also started networking of the centers under the project AIR Net. In next few episodes, I will talk how this computerization application was the first effort, at least in Asia, and how it was recognized by several organizations within the Asia Pacific region, and how AIR won many awards and acclaims. Thank you very much.